Doxy Geeks, and welcome to my first cosplay video. I'm going to be making a Princess Peach dress. I have the McCall's M7885 for my pattern. I took some tracing paper and went over the pattern. Here is my mannequin with my hoop skirt, and I also took some lining to cut out just to be for sure that the size that I picked was right for me. I'm using satin for the fabric. Right now I'm getting the skirt put together. I'm having to make my main stitch, then I'm going to be going back over to do a zigzag because if you've worked with satin, it does fringe. For the top part of the skirt, I'll be adding some lining just to have a nice clean edge for when I put the bodice and the skirt together. For the bodice itself, for that fabric, I'm going to be putting some interfacing on just to make it a little bit more stiff, a little bit easier to work with. Now that I have the binding on the skirt, I'm doing what's called an accordion fold. That'll give the skirt the poofiness, fullness that it needs. It did take me quite a bit to do. It was kind of tedious feeling to get this done, but I'm really happy with how the result was when I was finished. I slowly had to run this through the machine because I needed to make sure that none of it moved, make sure the fold stayed and didn't come undone as it was being sewn together. I put the skirt back on the mannequin just to make sure it was laying right before I took it off again to sew the zipper in. In most versions of Peach's dress, she has a darker pink at the bottom of the skirt, so I just was cleaning up the ends so that way I could get it sewn on. Make sure it was nice and even. I really like the version of Peach's dress where she has the outer skirt. So I took my measuring tape and I basically made a protractor. I folded up some fabric and cut it to where I needed it. I put an extra zipper in the back just to make it easier to get the dress on and off. And of course I added some pink ribbon to the outer part of it. I'm being a little different with mine and I'm adding some vinyl to it, and it's peach blossoms along with some iron-on. The dress pattern sleeves were a little bit different, so I just made a basic sleeve. I put 2 seams in and I ruffled it together to give it the puff sleeve look. There is a cuff on the end of the sleeve, and here I have it sewn onto the bodice, and I'll be completely honest, putting sleeves on is my least favorite thing to do. I added some iron-on and vinyl to it, and I also found a little gem. Not quite like what Peach has, but I did like the teardrop shape. And I have the stitching for the boning. Here I have the grommets put in, and I have some embroidery thread to go around them. I also have some gold ribbon to put on the front. And here's the final product. I took more of the fabric at the bottom to put around the waist to give it another part of the outer skirt. You can see the iron-on at the bottom. My corset looks a little wonky, but it works. I'm pretty happy with how the flow of the outer skirt turned out. I can also hide my corset ribbons underneath it. Just another close-up of the sleeve, and you can see the gold ribbon that I sewed in. Yeah, just a bit of a transformation. Got on my hoop skirt, an outer skirt, and there she is. Overall, I'm pretty happy how it turned out. My husband helped me with lighting and took some pictures, and we're gonna do some short form video with the dress. I also have it made just in time for Halloween, and I'm really excited about that. And I also found me a crown on Etsy, and I found some gems on Amazon to make some earrings and a choker. I also got me a fan, and I made me a cloak just to be prepared for however the weather's gonna be. I had a lot of fun making this project, and please leave a like, comment, and thank you so much for watching.